Hey there, I'm Lunsford and you're watching a review of TCC's deck display. What is up, beautiful people? My name is Lunsford and welcome back to another Magic product review here on the channel. If you're new here, then definitely please consider subscribing and take a look around the channel at my past reviews. I'm glad you're here. I hope you are. Without any further ado, let's get into this review of this Magic product. Let's do it right now. First off, you need to know what actually is the TCC deck display. Well, the fully assembled playing card wall exhibits the side profiles of your playing card deck, so that way you can easily identify the prized decks at any time. The design allows for a slight ½ centimeter, aka 2/10 of an inch, protrusion of the playing cards deck, so that way they also incorporates a half circle cutout, so you can easily grab and retrieve your favorite decks at any time. In addition to placing it normally on your desk and against the wall, it can also be mounted on the wall. There are 4 pre-drilled holes behind to mount it into your wall. The playing card wall display dimensions assembled are 48 by 6 by 40 centimeters, which is also 18.9 times 2.4 times 15.7 inches. A note of warning, the assembled card wall fully filled with playing cards weighs over 22 pounds, so do pay attention to the location of installation if you're putting this on a wall. What will you be receiving if you decide to purchase this? Well, you'll be receiving a bunch of parts. That's right, I wish I had a picture of all of them when I got this, because I basically just got a bunch of parts wrapped in plastic without instructions. So that was incredible. And I basically just had to go and look at pictures online of this deck display and say, oh, I think that's how that fits there. This is how that goes there. And once you understand it at first, then you can start assembling it. It probably took me 25, maybe 20 minutes to assemble it once I understood what was going on. But it did take me a good probably 15 minutes to just understand how each piece was going together and how these locking mechanisms worked, these plastic pieces. But it took me a good bit of time trying. How well is the TCC deck display made? It could be made a lot better in my opinion. These plastic pieces, or they could at least include more of them. These plastic pieces used to lock the wood parts together are very easy to break, and I'll go ahead and talk more about that now. Are there any negatives when it comes to the TCC deck display? Absolutely. Maybe it was just my copy, but I didn't have any instructions come with mine, like I mentioned earlier, which is a great way to piss off your customers. So that didn't make me too happy. Then I also see just a bunch of plastic pieces that hold it together, and they also broke several times while putting it together, but luckily they included some spares. Honestly, it wasn't even enough though, because I actually have a couple areas on mine where there's no plastic locking pieces because just too many of them broke. And I'll show you what I mean by that. Let me see if I can I'm trying to get this up here without it breaking, because as you can see here at the bottom, it's kind of coming apart because the plastic locking mechanisms aren't there. You know why? Because they broke, because they're cheaply made and there were no instructions to tell me how to snap in the plastic piece. There are so many of them. I mean, they're literally everywhere. On the back of this thing here, I just kind of showed you the back of it. You can see those holes that are in there for the wall, but that is what the back looks like. There are plenty of these brown pieces in there, and I really, really wish that they would explain, hey, these pieces are, easily breakable. And I could kind of tell, but whenever you're trying to push them in these holes and lock them in, it's very easy to break them. They should have included more spares. Now I have something like this where the side makes that snapping noise because it just doesn't lock in all the way. And I could put glue or something there, but then it just might look bad. And not that it doesn't already look bad with the piece halfway hanging off. What should it retail as? Well, let's get into what this should retail as. Well, this deck display will set you back about $50. And is that a fair price? Absolutely not. For this piece of crap thing falling apart, I mean, it's well made, other than the fact that it's made out of plastic as the locking mechanism, which, like, you probably can't do much about that. Like, you probably, I mean, that's probably the most efficient way to do it as far as pricing goes, to make it affordable for everybody to have. But they could have included more of them, because if they included more of them, this would be fine, and it would be worth, not $50, but it would be worth probably like $35, $40. But with the amount that they include and how cheap they are and no instructions, no, it's not worth $50. But if you're willing to go through all that stuff and make sure that you take care of these plastic pieces when you put them in and make sure you're not breaking them, which I was trying to do, it just still ended up breaking a few more than I needed to. Didn't need to break any, but it should be more like $30 to $40, honestly. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end of this video. If you feel that the TCC deck display is for you, if this display wall, which I will say looks really cool, right? I mean, all these cards in here do make it look cool. I just wish it was better made, or it came with, better stuff inside here. But check that out. I mean, look at all those cards. There's 100 decks in there. That looks awesome. I mean, it looks really cool on my desk, but it would look even better if it if it just, you know, if these pieces held together better, that would be amazing. But if you feel that it's for you, there's a link in the description down below so you can purchase it. I'm here to bring you unbiased reviews, and you know that. You know that the point of this video is to help you make a more educated decision. You work hard for your money. I know that. I want you to spend it well. I want you to make sure you get stuff that's not made poorly, like this. Which, I keep saying it's made poorly, but really it would be better if they just included more pieces and instructions so that way people wouldn't break it. I would like to thank Abstract Effects for allowing me to have this product so I can do this review. A few people out there, if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, feel free to. At Tyler Lunsford Magic. If you want to follow me there, feel free. But hopefully I'll see you in another video here on the channel sometime soon. And remember, be kind to people. See ya. Look at it in all its glory.